We are about to open an 8-year-old bottle of Canadian bubbly. Stay with us. We're live. This is day 14 of tasting a different Canadian wine every day until we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So join us on YouTube, hit subscribe, and let's hear from this guy who tastes the most Canadian wines on the planet what this bubbly is all about. We haven't had a bubbly on this show yet, have we?
I know, that's why. So welcome. Today we're going back to British Columbia in the Okanagan Valley on the Golden Miles, where Tinhorn Creek, one of the original estate in the South Okanagan, was located. And we have a Blanc de Blanc 2018, so 100% Chardonnay from the Golden Miles. This wine should be just getting into its prime window of drinkability, so it will be really interesting to give it a try. Can't wait to talk about the road of Tinhorn Creek, the impact they had on their Sandra oil field, and the merging after that with one of the big guy. But this is a really cool bottle of bubbly. Mira, you choose. Do you want the pop or do you want the silence opening? What do you
The
want?
pop. Clearly the pop. If I had it my way, we'd be sabering that bad boy.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, I worked restaurant and hotel for a long time as a maitre d' wine director, and the protocol is can't make noise with the cork. And you know what? I always been a little bit different, right? I was teaching the staff, pop the darn cork. Make sure you make as much noise as possible. And do you know why? You want the other table around to see, oh, something's fun's happening. Maybe I want something like that too, right?
I agree.
So, excuse my language. Fuck the protocol and let's make some noise. Here you go.
Woo!
That's a good one. There
Oh,
you
and even
go.
bubbled right out. Look at that.
Yeah, a little bit.
I
A
know.
little bit. So now we're going to pour that beautiful Blanc de Blanc here. Nice color, nice mousse. Nice nose too. That's your glass, Mira Boucher, so you can
I'll
come
come right over. So
whenever.
tell me
And
again so I can
there,
put it in the comments. It's the 2018 Blanc de Blanc
right?
from Tinhorn Creek.
Tinhorn Creek from the Golden Mile. So this is VQA Okanagan Valley, but it could be VQA Golden Miles, but they choose to do not get the sub appellation on the bottle. Maybe not too confused, because the Golden Mile is very well known for big and bold red growing region. And this is 100% Chardonnay from the Tinhorn Creek vineyard itself, right on the slope of the Golden Mile. So lots of fun stuff to talk about this very specific winery, because Tinhorn was founded by Sandra Oldfield, um, like, I would say probably early 90s. And Sandra grew from one of the first estate in the South Okanagan, alongside Burrowing Owls, or alongside Fairview Cellar, and a few of them. They built slowly the reputation of the Okanagan Valley and the potential of growing Bordeaux grapes and Syrah in the South Okanagan, and make it successfully. Sandra was also the first one to use screw cap across the board on the portfolio. Obviously not with bubbles, but in her whole portfolio. Yeah, beautiful story for Tinhorn Creek. We'll talk a little bit more after, but let's dig into the flavor profile, into the nose of that wine, because I love the nose of that Blanc de Blanc.
Nice.
Oh, love it, love it. Beautiful wildflower, a little bit of jasmine, almond cookie, citrus, green apple. Yeah, even a little bit of passion fruit.
Yeah.
coming out. That, yeah, beautiful nose, very expressive. I can see here the bubbles. Looks beautiful as well. Let's give it a swirl. Let's give it a taste.
Yeah.
Very dry.
Mm.
I would be curious to know the dosage on that bottle, but very, very dry. Under 4 gram of, oh, definitely, like probably under 3 gram of residual sugar on that. So this is a sparkling traditional method. So the champagne method, but we cannot call it champagne, obviously, because it's not made in the region of Champagne in France, which hold the trademark on champagne method, méthode champenoise, which means make executing or having the second fermentation in the bottle. So that's the true classic champagne method, where you make, in that case, 100% Chardonnay wine, first fermentation in tank. The wine is put in bottle with a little bit of yeast and top up with a little bit of sugar. And what happened when you put the cap back on and there's yeast and sugar in there? Hey, tell me what's happening when you do that. The normal chemistry reaction is creating alcohol, because the sugar and also the bubble. So the second fermentation creates the bubble in the bottle. So really, really very classic method from the champagne method. And the nose also, right? With the yeast, the lees, the dead yeast goes to the bottom, create that yeasty profile as well, and the yeasty nose. The lees create texture in like the mid palate on the wine as well. So which the difference between the Prosecco and like the single fermentation sparkling wine, like the Prosecco versus the champagne, is the only one fermentation in cuve or in tank for the Prosecco, or the Charmat method, if you want to say, which is the name for what the Prosecco is made. Charmat method, just one fermentation, or that classic one, much more complex, much more texture, much more layers. So that's what we have here with the Blanc de Blanc from Tinhorn Creek. I would say the profile of this one, it's fairly linear. There's a lot of energy, a lot of it's I call it kind of a directional type of sparkling wine. It's not about weight, it's not about texture and volume. It's more about acid, it's more about focus, energy, and direction. And this wine fairly young for a traditional method for 2018. So I mean, this is still in the early stage of his drinking window of drinkability, I would say. On the palate, there's that mix of green apple, definitely green apple, a little bit of yellow apple, little bit of apricot on the mid palate, but it's mostly citrus fruit. What's highlight that bottle, which is around a $45 bottle, which is very well priced for a traditional method wine, which highlight to me, it's the high level of acidity. Very, very zingy, focused, mouth-watering, but also not too austere. Like, I mean, there's some approachability level to it as well. But that mouth watering, this is this with some oyster would be pretty. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think you got to
Absolutely.
come here. You got to come and get your glass,
I'm
Mira,
on
because
my way. I'm on my way. I just wanted to show you guys. I see Karen. I see Daryl. I see some of our friends. Also, nice to meet you guys, Joey. Others on YouTube asking questions. Some people have never seen a professional taster like you. So, genuine questions of like, what's he doing? Why is he spitting it out? So I get it.
Hey, why this guy's doing that? Is he crazy?
Yeah, Joey, we have to bring our own. They get a little confused at that, but yeah. Anyway, this is Tin Horn Creek, you guys. So this is what we're talking about here. One of the original wineries on the Black Sage Bench there, and yeah, now they're massive. Like obviously, when they started, Sandra Oldfield had a dream of doing Syrah and all these wines in the South Okanagan. Everyone thought she was crazy, but hey, it really proved to be correct. She made some phenomenal wines, and nowadays, like Tin Horn Creek is one of the largest wineries around. They were recently bought, what, 10 years ago, Carl, by Peller Estates, right?
Now we're what, 2026, 2016, a little yeah, 10 to 12 years ago, I would say. This was a visit to their library, and to their little white library, which was a lot of fun. I felt like a kid in a
Well, it's a
candy
little
store.
shaky. You can't really see it, but I mean, we're tasting a 2018, but they got wines going way back to like the early 2000s in there that you can actually still purchase, which is wild. So we did this one. It was what, 2004, 2005, 2006 Merlot.
Yeah, we had that. We had that little vertical back in the day, which was absolutely fantastic. But I would like to say, like, yeah. So Peller Estate bought Tin Horn maybe 12, 15 years ago. I'm not sure exactly when, but so that was the start of a movement where the bigger producer were starting to buy smaller, independently owned winery owner. That was all the way back to COVID here. Oh wow, that was the COVID years. It's always fun to see ourselves with masks back in the day. I should have taken my mask off.
Oh, you weren't allowed back then.
Oh, I'm in the parking lot.
Kids. No, that was that little era where everyone was scared, even in the parking lot. You know, you didn't want to get in trouble.
But yeah, exactly. So the Golden Miles versus looking, you see that we saw the beautiful view in the vineyard at Tin Horn Creek, the view on the valley, and on the other side of Oliver, it's the Black Sage Bench, which is two very, very, very different soil, two very different terroir, I would say. But just on each side of the Highway 97 down in Oliver. I mean, which make for the Black Sage Bench, which is a terroir, a soil with a lot of sand. It's a sandy soil, and across on the Golden Bench, on the Golden Mile, it's a soil with a ton of drainage, lots of rock. I mean, this is like alluvial fan, based on clay. So there's good water retention, but also really good drainage. I mean, this is the perfect terroir to grow the big reds of the South Okanagan down there. And that's why they had the first South Okanagan sub appellation when the VQA started to map the Okanagan from north to south, so we can absolutely distinguish our very special plot of land with specific soil and specific geographical point of view. So very interesting. The Golden Miles, a very interesting place. And now to have that beautiful Blanc de Blanc to express the story of the South Okanagan is very interesting. I love the nose. The nose is getting like it's jumping out of the glass right now. It's getting very, very, very expressive. To me, At $45 is a very well priced blah blah blah, to be honest with you. And I just mentioned oyster. Yes, that's something that I would like to try. Or let's see, tuna tartare. I wouldn't
Oh,
shy away. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That beautiful acidity can
so
cut through.
I'm going to come over just to sip with you for a second, and then we're going to wrap it up. Yeah, every night we'll be on here tasting a different Canadian wine. So hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Help us get to 1,000. I think we're going to have to start doing some more like fun things every day, right? So that we can get closer to that goal for our new YouTube channel. So I don't know, maybe some blind tastings. Maybe we should have some prizes. Guys, tell us your ideas, and we will follow up. So I'm going to go.
One other thing that I'm going to do, Mira, I'm going to review the wines from yesterday as well, because the wine from yesterday absolutely blew me away. It blew my socks off. Like, I so thrilled about that Chardonnay. Here you go. Here is your pour of and you tell me what you think. So cheers. Cheers. And yeah, so really happy with that Blanc de Blanc. But I just wanted to check this one out because I gave 93.
Oh, that's lovely.
Isn't it?
Very tasty.
Mouth-watering, right? The acid is like sky high. And that's why like this wine is gonna last for another last a very long time.
I was gonna say it feels like a baby still.
Yeah, it is. And what's a sign of like longevity? There's also the level of acid, right? And this is still like through the roof. So yeah, I know, right? I got the goosebump the first time. But whoa, wait a minute. You need to have a sip of that too. That's what's coming out of yesterday's show, day 13. And this wine from the Grimsby Hillside, a very tiny production from the Frontier Block, a Jeff Moot, a Divergence wine, impressed me at a very high level. So I wanted to see, after 24 hours, how's this wine is gonna, where does it sit? Is it started to fade? Is it still improving? How's the finish? Is it oxidized a bit? So I just put the cork off. I just pulled the cork. So we'll see where this 2023 Divergence Grimsby Hillside Frontier Block is sitting after now 24 hours. Okay. I gave it 93 plus points last night. And I love reviewing a wine over 3 to 4 days to see the evolution of the wine, to see try to discover how the wine will age, to try to discover how what is the window of drinkability and all of that stuff. So let's see now.
And I know we've converted some of you guys who are members to our technique. At first, everyone laughed. They're like, what do you mean leftover wine? Wine on day 2? What do you mean? But yeah, if you can save even a little bit for day 2, you learn a lot about how that wine's going to evolve in the cellar, don't you? Pretty cool. So how is this on day 2?
Would you like to tell our people who are listening the email that we got from Jeff this morning?
Oh, so this wine that we're retasting today, we tasted it yesterday, and Jeff Moot is the winemaker, and he wrote and he said, hey, pretty good, Carl. Without having the tech sheet, you were pretty much bang on with everything in terms of oak usage, even percentage used, the price point, amount of time,
the wild ferment. Yeah.
Yes. So that was pretty impressive, Carl Boucher. But
I was pretty happy. I was pretty happy with that guess. That wine is improving very well. That wine has a beautiful mouthfeel. This one has not oxidized yet within the 24 hours since yesterday. The finish has the caramel type of of mid palate with the wild ferment. I think sometimes with age, the lemon meringue, the meringue type of sweetness on the mid palate turns into caramel, and that's what I'm getting right now. And the salinity, beautiful. Stick on my lips. The finish.
That saltiness is also on the Tinhorn Creek bubbly that we had a little earlier. Absolutely. So your verdict is even better on the second day?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Mm-hmm. Amazing. Can't wait to taste it. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button so we can get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and spread the Canadian wine joy to all the wine collectors, wine lovers out there. Great to see everyone.
So 2 Chardonnays today, 1 traditional method, 1 wild ferment across the country. So woohoo! Thank you.
Cheers.